The number one thing I get asked is when do we go? So I think unpacking and talking, that'll be really good because, you shared some data with me this morning, and I think that's worth unpacking. Is the sentiment of going to the US is exceptionally high, and is always
8
high.
and 10. Yeah, 8 and 10 companies in the UK that want to expand internationally are thinking United States.
Yeah.
It's huge.
And obviously, if you're preparing a TAM slide and you're going out and raising capital and doing the kind of VC pitches, that TAM includes America. You're putting there as your total addressable market.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one side. But then the reality of the number of companies that do it and the gap between your data and the reality, I don't know what that is, but I would suggest that is a huge disparate gap.
Yeah, and actually one of the other tidbits to sort of tease out from the data that we pick up is there's almost like there's a bell curve of the number of markets that a company thinks it can tap into for a given raise amount.
Yeah.
And it then tails off. So companies that are raising, I think it's like 5 million plus, actually the number of markets that they're seriously thinking about tails off. There's almost like an overly optimistic earlier stage where companies are thinking, okay, we can take on 3 markets in a year, no problem. And I think you then get that maturity later on with actually, we've got to do this one by one.
Yeah.
And so I totally agree. I think lots of the companies that do tell us that they're looking at the United States, on one, that's never going to become a reality.
Yeah.
But there's an interesting maturity aspect there as well.
Yeah.
And we definitely need to look at how does that reflect to revenue as well.
Yeah.
Again, are they more serious once they've got more revenue under their belt, knowing what customer relationships they've got to maintain, etc.
Yeah, and I think there's this constant trepidation and fear that I don't think a lot of founders talk about because it's a foreign market. There's an ocean away, there's all of these amazing hero worshipping entrepreneurs over there. But then my response to that is, if I could make one T-shirt that I could give to every founder, get on a plane. Because you'll never know unless you go and kind of seize that opportunity, try out the market, have conversations, because then you're going to make a better, more informed decision.
Yeah.
So I honestly think there's a lot of, dare I say it, noise around US expansion.
Yep.
But in truth and in reality, there's not many founders out there that are executing on it, getting on a plane and making it happen, even if that is just to test the waters.
Yeah, and to come back with the answer, it's not the market for us.
Because
that's fine. It's worth the investment.
Because that's an absolutely fair assessment. Because guess what? You've got on a plane, you've had the conversations, and you've realised maybe that might not be for you.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely fine, but at least you know, rather than keeping on talking about it, having it carried on as your TAM slide. So that to me is what I would kind of point many founders to do. And of course there's exceptions against the rule, and this isn't blanket, but it's get on a plane.
Yeah.
Go and network, spend 3 weeks in the States, travel between 3 cities, go and have as many meetings as you can, come back, digest, breathe, then ultimately make a decision.